Hey, you. Well, today we're going to do a little pickup preaching. I haven't been in my pickup I was in my pickup this morning to bring my son to do some fishing. And I did that because he's home today with a viral infection. And the doctor told us that if it wasn't strep throat, that he couldn't go to school today because he would still be contagious. But if it was strep throat, he could start the amoxicillin yesterday and he would be okay to go to school today. But his strep test came back negative. It was just a viral infection. So the doctor said, hey, you got to keep him home so he doesn't get the other kids sick. And now I think I'm getting it, but we move on, right? I'm going to pick up preach with you guys on the way because you know what? Some of the things that I've learned in this journey and in this life is that when we bring hope to the table, when we're the people that bring the hope and the inspiration and the commitment and the dedication, that inspires other people to do the same thing. So as I sit here today, I know for a fact that me bringing the message of hope and inspiration and recovery and wisdom and knowledge and know-how and all that experience that I got in recovery, bring it to the table, somebody else is going to be inspired to do the same thing, right? I love it. I have a big compassion and a passion for people who are choosing to do the next right thing. And sorry, I'm a little distracted. That's one of the side effects of pickup preaching, is that sometimes we gotta focus on the road, and I can't really relay how I'm feeling in such a particular way because I have to get focused on the road. For me, earlier, I made a video on acceptance and forgiveness, and I was working on some other stuff this afternoon, but I got to thinking about that, and I'm thinking that acceptance and forgiveness, they truly, really go hand in hand. Because when we think about this, we think about having acceptance into the fact that, hey, we gotta forgive, we gotta learn to forgive, not necessarily forget. I used to like to say the old forgive and forget, but yeah, I'm not so much a forgetter. I can forgive, but I can't really forget. And so the acceptance that I have to learn to do that is part of the process. So I think acceptance and forgiveness go hand in hand. And when we forgive somebody, and we spoke about this earlier, so if you haven't seen my video from earlier on acceptance and forgiveness, please go back and look. It's just one video back. You can't have one without the other and other without the other, right? Vice versa. Amen. Because you have to come to accept that we have to forgive ourselves first. And if we don't learn how to forgive ourselves and we can't actually do that, we're going to run into some problems. The problems that we're going to run into are going to be shame-based. It's going to be a guilt derivative, right? Because first we feel guilty, then we start to shame ourselves. Now, shame is bad you. Guilt is more the situation, like you made a mistake or you slipped up or something. Now, shame is, you're a bad person. You should have never done that. Shoulda, coulda, did. That's shame. And we want to stay away from that because what we were accepting in our recovery, right, is that we learn to forgive. We have to learn to forgive. And when these things arise and we make a mistake or slip or trip, don't drag it out. Say, oops, I could do better. Or, I won't make that mistake again. Or, time to move on from that same old mistake that we make over and over, right? So learning to accept and then forgive yourself once in a while. Don't be so hard on yourself. Self-talk is critical. I got about 4 more minutes with you, but self-talk is critical. So when we come into a relationship with that power greater than us, and we finally realize that it's a one day at a time battle. It truly is. Listen, we have one wake up. Okay, you have a wake up in the morning, and then you go to sleep at night. In between that time, in between those two events, you're going to find that there's a lot of opportunity to do better than yesterday. Excuse me. And so we use the day that we are given, the 24 hours that we are given each day to try to do better, because it ends up being a one day at a time program. And the recovery talk and all this. I was watching a podcast earlier with Jeremy Renner. I don't know if you know who that is. He's an actor. And he had a snowplow accident a couple of years ago where one of his big snow machines, it's like a huge machine, right? 12 feet wide by like 20 feet long, paddles and stuff, tracks. It ran him over somehow. And he felt the paddles hit his face and crush him over and over and over and over. And he was sitting there on the ground, you know, waiting for this onslaught of pain and terror and bewilderment and just shock to be over with, right? And then when it got over with, he had to start to figure out and realize, well, what's the next thing I got to do? Well, I gotta move my face because my eye is hanging out, and I gotta find a safe place for that. And then it's just one step after the other, one thing after the other, one foot in front of the other, right? So you guys, we can make it. I know we can. We got to do it one move at a time, one thing at a time. I love you guys. God bless you. I gotta get gas. I forgot about that. So I'm gonna have to stop and get gas before I get my daughter